I'm Colin, and this is a special episode of Talking the Game. We have a special guest here, Saoirse Lawler.
I'm Saoirse from Red Queen, a podcast. Today I'm going to be interviewing the host, Colin, on Ender's Game. First, can you give us some information about the author in the book?
I sure can. This novel was published by Orson Scott Card on January 15, 1985. It's about a boy named Ender that is chosen to go to battle school, which is a military training academy. This school is in orbit above Earth. This academy is made to raise commanders that will oversee armies to fight an alien race known as the Buggers. Because of Ender's intelligence, he is promoted rapidly at a young age by Colonel Graff and Major Anderson. As I said before, Ender is promoted numerous times throughout the story, and each time he is put in charge of a new army. Ender faces challenges from the other students as a result of jealousy and greed. One character, Bonzo, is jealous of Ender's success and attempts to beat up Ender in the bathroom with 600 students. Bonzo fails miserably and is heavily injured.
That sounds very interesting yet troublesome for Ender. What are a couple of reasons for someone to read this book? Just what is so good about this story?
Well, for starters, this is a great science fiction book, but more importantly, it is a compelling book about a boy who's trying to survive as the world drags him down. Ender is an intelligent and tough kid, and his superiors throw everything at him. They promote him so much that others get jealous, and his superiors find out about Bonzo's plan. However, they decide not to do anything and let Ender handle himself.
This question might be a little tougher because I know you love this book, but why shouldn't someone read this book?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I gotta think about that for a second.
Sure, take your time.
Oh, I've got it. The biggest reason that I wouldn't read this book is because of it being an older book and some of the language and culture isn't up to the current time.
How so? Can you give us an example?
Sure. In Ender's Game, an alliance was made on Earth so that the nations on Earth could come together to fight the Buggers. However, this book was made in the midst of the Cold War when tensions between America and Russia rose. There's a part in this novel in which some of the Russians say that they do not trust Colonel Graff and Major Anderson.
Ah, that makes a lot of sense. What do you believe to be the intended audience of this novel?
I think the intended audience are older children to young teenagers. I believe this because the language is not too mature and complex. This story also seems like an exciting, dramatic, action-packed story that a teenager would love.
Would you recommend this book to a friend?
Is that even a question? Absolutely. This is one of my favorite books, and I truly believe that it is a book that everyone should read once in their life. It is an exciting book with a surprising amount of meaning.
How interesting. Maybe I'll give it a look.
Thank you for listening, and I'll see you on the next episode of Talking the Game.